BTS News Today.it was an evening that would later be described as one of the most surreal nights in K-pop history. Under the soft, golden lights of Seoul's private gala hall in Hanamdong, whispers began to circulate, soft at first, like the flutter of silk against marble. Park Jimin of BTS, known worldwide for his grace, charm, and artistry, was reportedly seen on one knee before Rosé of Blackpink, her hands trembling slightly, her eyes filled with a disbelief that mirrored the crowd's stunned silence. No one could quite believe what they were witnessing that night, least of all the two stars at its center. The event took place 2 years ago, during a charity gala hosted by one of Korea's largest fashion houses. The night had started like any other high-profile gathering of global celebrities. Flashing cameras, designer gowns, champagne flutes, and polite laughter echoing under chandeliers. But somewhere between the charity auction and the final performance, something shifted in the AIR.AN insider who attended the gala recalls. At first, we thought it was just a performance, something artistic, a surprise collaboration. Jimin and Rose had never been publicly linked before in that kind of way. But when he knelt, it was like time froze. You could hear the cameras clicking. But even the photographers didn't quite know if they should keep shooting or put their cameras down. The moment lasted only seconds, yet it felt eternal. Rose, draped in a flowing ivory gown by Alexander McQueen, looked at Jimin as though searching for an explanation. He held out something, perhaps symbolic, perhaps not. Some attendees swear it was a small ring box. Others insist it was simply a folded note. The truth, to this day, remains unconfirmed. The video that changed everything. The gala was supposed to be a private event. No media, no live streams. But as the internet has taught the world many times, secrets don't last long. A blurry 30-second clip surfaced on Twitter less than 24 hours later. It showed Jimin in a sleek black suit, lowering himself gracefully as Rose covered her mouth with her hands. The clip ended abruptly when a staff member stepped into frame, blocking the camera. But by then, the damage or the magic had already spread. Within hours, hashtags like #JiminProposestros, #GyroCement, and #The Gala Confession were trending worldwide. Fans of both groups flooded platforms like X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram with theories, fan art, and emotional messages. Some saw it as a sign of something pure and beautiful, the long-speculated friendship between BTS and Blackpink finally surfacing in a public display of affection. Others, more skeptical, accused the video of being staged or even AI-generated. Major news outlets scrambled to verify the footage. Dispatch, JTBC, and even CNN's Seoul correspondent reported on the mystery, though none could confirm whether the gesture was romantic, friendly, or purely artistic. Both HYB and YG Entertainment declined to comment, issuing identical statements that read, "We ask for your understanding that this was a private event. No further details will be shared." Yet silence in K-pop often speaks louder than denial. Whispers behind the curtain. What few knew at the time was that Jimin and Rose had actually crossed paths several times before the gala, quietly, professionally, and without fanfare. Both had performed at global award shows, both had attended Paris Fashion Week as luxury ambassadors, and both were known for their ethereal stage presence and gentle personalities. A close stylist who worked with both idols told Vogue Korea months later, they always had mutual respect. Rose admired Jimin's expressiveness on stage. Jimin admired her tone and vulnerability when she sang. That night at the gala, what you saw might have been an artistic moment, two souls expressing something through symbolism. But I'll admit it felt very real. You could see it in their eyes. Rumors soon emerged that the proposal might have been part of a special charity performance, meant to raise awareness for art and love as universal languages. However, the absence of any official footage or explanation left fans with only one conclusion. Something genuine had occurred. By the end of that week, over 50 million posts bearing their names filled social media timelines. Clips of Rose's stunned expression and Jimin's soft smile were looped endlessly, dissected frame by fans across the world. Every subtle movement became evidence. Every glance became a clue. The global reaction. Western outlets like Rolling Stone, Billboard, and Entertainment Tonight picked up the story, labeling it K-pop's most poetic mystery. The New York Times ran a feature titled, "When Two Worlds Collide, the Jimin Rose Moment That Broke the Internet." Army and Blinks, usually on opposite sides of fandom wars, found themselves strangely united. Under shared hashtags, fans wrote emotional messages about love, art, and the idea that maybe, just maybe, the line between stage and reality had blurred that night. One fan from Argentina wrote, "I don't care if it was a proposal or a performance. The way they looked at each other. There was something sacred about it." Another from Indonesia commented, "For once, the fandom stopped fighting. Everyone just felt something pure." HYB's silence and the aftermath in the weeks that followed. Neither Jimin nor Rose addressed the incident directly. HYB maintained a strict no-comment stance, while YG issued a quiet warning to the media to respect their artist's privacy. Yet the silence only fueled the fascination. Paparazzi began circling both idols' schedules. Every airport sighting, every overlapping brand event became headline material. When Jimin attended a Cartier launch in Paris and Rose appeared at a Saint Laurent dinner just blocks away, fans went wild with speculation. 6 months later, a journalist from El Korea asked Rose about the gala night. Her response was soft, measured, and deliberate. "Sometimes moments happen that belong only to that night," she said, smiling faintly. "Not everything is meant to be explained." That line alone reignited global curiosity. What did she mean? Was it a performance? A confession? A proposal that transcended words? Inside sources speak in early 2024. A former event coordinator who worked at the gala finally spoke anonymously to a US-based outlet. According to the source, the moment had not been scripted. It wasn't part of the official program, the coordinator said. Jimin requested a short time on stage before the final song. Everyone thought it was for a speech about the charity, but then he walked toward Rose, who was sitting near the front table, and, well, you've seen the clip, the coordinator added. It didn't look like a proposal in the traditional sense. It looked like he was expressing gratitude, or maybe admiration, but the emotion was overwhelming. The audience went silent. It was as if they were afraid to breathe. The revelation reignited headlines across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Journalists revisited the footage, experts analyzed body language, and once again, Jimin and Rose's names climbed back into the global top searches. When art and emotion collide, cultural critics later reflected on the deeper significance of that night. In a world where celebrity moments are often scripted, this one felt raw and unpolished. Perhaps that was why it resonated so deeply with millions around the world. An editorial from The Guardian stated, "Whether it was love, performance, or poetic impulse, Jimin's gesture transcended the superficial. It reminded the world that in K-pop, where control and image dominate, authentic emotion can still surprise us." Indeed, both artists went on to release music that fans interpreted as subtle reflections of that night. Rose's solo single Same Sky featured lyrics about a promise whispered under chandeliers, while Jimin's follow-up track Promise 2 carried lines like, "I saw forever in a single glance." Though both denied any personal connection, fans weren't convinced. Even years later, fan edits and theories continued to bloom across social platforms. Legacy of a Moment. By 2025, the Jimin-Rose proposal had become legend, one of those rare pop culture mysteries that never fully fades. It's now studied in entertainment journalism courses and discussed in K-pop forums as a case study in how emotion and speculation can merge into mythology. Neither Jimin nor Rose has ever confirmed or denied what truly happened that night, and perhaps that's why it still feels so alive. Music insiders now admit that the moment indirectly changed how entertainment agencies handle public interactions between male and female idols. "It was a wake-up call," said a YG producer in a retrospective interview. "It showed that fans can handle seeing genuine emotion. They don't need everything to be filtered or hidden." The reunion that never happened in the years since that night, Jimin and Rose have occasionally appeared in the same global spaces. Award shows, brand events, and charity functions, but never again shared the stage. When asked in interviews about collaborations, both have smiled politely and said, "Maybe someday." Yet fans have noticed subtle things. How Jimin once paused during an interview when asked about meaningful encounters, or how Rose once posted a black and white photo caption simply, "Thank you for the light." To this day, the exact nature of that proposal remains unverified. Some say it was symbolic. Others swear it was real, but one thing everyone agrees on: it was a moment that transcended the industry, a rare intersection of vulnerability, courage, and artistry that made even the most cynical observers stop and feel something genuine. The lasting impact today, as BTS and Blackpink continue their respective journeys, military service, solo projects, global tours, the story of that night lingers like a melody that refuses to fade. It's whispered in fan spaces, referenced in pop culture podcasts, and replayed in fan edits that rack up millions of views. Perhaps it wasn't a proposal in the literal sense. Perhaps it was something deeper, a gesture of recognition between two souls who understood the price of fame and the purity of art. Years later, one of Jimin's old interviews resurfaced where he said quietly, "Sometimes the truest things we say aren't said in words." And somewhere across the digital sea of memories, fans still replay that grainy clip. The one where a man in black kneels before a woman in ivory surrounded by gasps and glittering lights, wondering if, just for a second, they witnessed something real. Because maybe they did.
It started